Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Jennifer Aniston. You know, as a fellow Greek, I like to say that she's definitely representing us very well. That and John Stamos, of course. She's done it all, my friends. She's done a lot in her career. Movies, TV shows. Well, one main TV show, you know. So no one told you life was going to be this way. I'm not singing the whole fucking thing. We're sick of this shit by now. We all know how much her dad kicks ass. John Aniston. Giannis Anastasakis. Now, if that's not a Greek name, I don't know what is. I remember being home for period 4 for lunch, which was always my favorite course in high school, between the times 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. and watching Days of Our Lives. I remember even the promos. Days of Our Lives. It's getting good. And it was getting good. It was getting so good that the guy from Supernatural was just taking innocent pictures during a photo shoot of Giannis's wife on the show. And then they just started making out and making love, and you never see affairs on soap operas. And this Vlaka had the balls to actually go through with it. What kind of a fucking Malakias do you have to be? I mean, you know, this is the kind of shit that just fucking drove me. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little sidetracked. But the point is, he kicks ass, and his daughter, Jennifer Aniston, is awesome. She's a sweetheart. She knows how to take a joke, which is something I always liked about her. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fellow Greek. I mean, you see her in these comedies, she gets it. You know, she doesn't seem to be uptight or anything like that. She seems very go with the flow, lucky, happy, go with the flow, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And of course, you get blinded by her beauty. She's very lovely, very cute, nice eyes. I think her eyes are blue, matches the flag. You know, just overall awesome. So, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to get into a little bit more information about Jennifer Aniston. Where do I go? The Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, to help me out as always. And let's see how Jennifer started her career. Jennifer Joanna, I love you. You're the one for me. Awesome 80s song. I think it was the 80s. Sorry. Aniston, born February 11th, 1969, is an American actress, producer, and businesswoman, the daughter of actors John Aniston and Nancy Dow. She began working as an actress at an early age with an uncredited role in the 1988 film Mac and Me. Her first major film role became in the 1993 horror comedy Leprechaun. Since her career progressed, in the 1990s, she has become one of the world's highest paid actresses. Films with her in the leading role have grossed over 1.6 billion drachmas, dollars worldwide, with 12 of them earning at least $100 million. Aniston rose to international fame with her role as Rachel Green on the television sitcom Friends from 1994 to 2004, for which she earned Primetime Emmy, Golden Globe, and Screen Actors Guild Awards. She has since played starring roles in numerous dramas, comedies, and romantic comedies. Her biggest box office successes include Bruce Almighty, The Breakup, Marley and Me, Just Go With It, Horrible Bosses, and We're the Millers, each of which grossed over $200 million in worldwide box office receipts. Some of her most critically acclaimed film roles include Office Space, The Good Girl, Friends with Money, Cake, and Dumplin'. She returned to television in 2019, producing and starring in the Apple TV Plus drama series The Morning Show, for which she won another Screen Actors Guild Award. Aniston has been included in numerous magazines' lists of the world's most beautiful women. Her net worth is estimated as $300 million. She is the recipient of a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and is the co-founder of the production company Echo Films, established in 2008. She has been married twice, first to actor Brad Pitt, to whom she was married for 5 years, and later to actor Justin Theroux, I think that's how you say it, not to be confused with Justin Trudeau, whom she married in 2015 and separated from in 2017. You know what? She's playing the field. Or she's just chilling. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm sure she's going to find a lovely Greek guy. Or, it doesn't have to be a Greek guy. It could just be any guy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's doing her own thing. And, Greek goddesses can do whatever they want. It's not just Zeus. It's the women as well. And they are kicking ass. If I could somehow meet a woman who is as beautiful as Miss Aniston and that can cook like my yaya, Moron, I would just be in heaven, All I'm saying is she has done extremely well in her career. And a lot of times when you come from a famous family, it's hard to break out of that role. A lot of people won't take you seriously. They think, you're just riding coattails off your parents. But she has clearly shown that she is way above that. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to share a couple facts I found on fascinate.com, which is always helpful because they cover fascinating people. I just got that. So, Aniston was born in 1969, like I said before, in Sherman Oaks, California. Both of her parents were actors in Los Angeles. Her father, John Aniston, starred in the soap opera Days of Our Lives. I know I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Because again, when you're home during the day, it doesn't matter if you're unemployed or just lazy. There's nothing else to watch during the day. So you got to get hooked on the soaps. And her mother, Nancy Dow, was in a few minor roles on TV, including one episode of the Beverly Hillbillies, which is a classic show. Now, they got a picture of him with her daughter. It's lovely. I would kill for that hair. And he is 88 years old. He's just awesome. And that mustache, too. I know the whole thing with, Tom Selleck and the mustache. But, if you're a certain Greek man, you can pull off the nice tidy mustache too. My papu did that, rest in peace, and he told me he had it since he was 18, and it's just a tradition. So it's a beautiful thing. It's very distinguished. They're awesome. Aniston's heritage is Greek, Scottish, and English. She grew up living in both Greece and New York City. Now, I'm also told that in New York City, there is a lot of boroughs. I'm from Toronto. There is, a borough for every culture. Same thing in New York. I've always said that New York is basically Toronto on steroids. It's an awesome city. I've been there. And it's great. To be able to have both cultures growing up, it's awesome. As part of the Greek culture, do we think of her as more Greek than Scottish? It's possible. When she was a young girl, Aniston got a part as an extra in one of the soap operas her dad was working on. She got to be an ice skater. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to learn how to skate. I could never pull it off. So technically she's more Canadian than I am. When Aniston was only 11 years old, she painted a picture that ended up in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Once again, folks, I just learned to do stick figures like 3 months ago. So again, wow. Aniston knew from a young age that she wanted to be an actress. She went to the Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Arts and Performing Arts and focused all her efforts on drama club. See, there you go. Right there alone. She wanted to prove herself. I'm going to take the classes. There's nothing wrong with being an actor and taking acting classes. Okay? Don't, you don't show up to a hospital and go, yeah, I want to be a doctor. Okay? You got to do the research, you got to play with the utensils, whatever. And, you got to do your shit. Okay? So that's exactly what she did. When she was in high school, Aniston was the class clown. I could see that. When Aniston was young, she worked at a few different part-time jobs, including working as a waitress. However, she quit because she wasn't very good at the job. Funnily enough, that's not a word. Is it funnily? Yeah, it should be funny enough, right? Yeah. Funnily? Nah, that's bullshit. Anyways, a lot of Aniston's roles have had her as a waitress. I know what you're thinking. It's one of the best comedies of all time, in my opinion. We're going to get to that a little later. When she was a teenager, Aniston landed the role of Jeannie Bueller in the TV version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The show, however, didn't do very well, obviously, and was canceled in mid-season. Again, we're going to get more into that in a little bit. Just pace yourself, guys. It's Sunday. Just relax. When Aniston got her first paycheck as a professional actress, she went out and bought a vintage Mercedes. Mercedes. You can't go wrong with a Mercedes. She's got good taste. That's awesome. After Aniston's parents' divorce, her father married actress Sherry Rooney, two R's, in 1984. Rooney played Miss Plen on the TV show Doogie Howser, MD. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember that. Okay. That was a good show. That wasn't whatever happened to that guy. In the 1990s, Aniston got leading roles in 2 TV shows at once. Muddling Through, and that's a weird show. Weird title anyway. And Friends Like Us, which was the original title for Friends. Luckily, Muddling Through, what the fuck is that? Didn't make it. And Aniston was free to film Friends. Good break there. In the last 3 seasons of Friends, Aniston was making $1 million per episode. Is America not a great country? I mean, let's just be honest. Don't get me wrong. Greece is awesome, but I mean, America. That's oh man. Aniston has been named People's Most Beautiful Woman twice, not once, twice. Can she go for number 3? Can she three-peat? I don't know. Her Friends co-star Courtney Cox earned a brown belt in karate, which inspired Aniston to start taking karate classes too. Well, I mean, a Greek doing karate. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Usually we just, worst case, we just like throw plates. If she wasn't an actress, Aniston would have loved to work as a psychologist. As Aniston explained it in a 2017 interview with Chelsea Handler, she is always the go-to friend who people seek for advice, and she really enjoys understanding how people think. Because I'm sure if you're a guy, you can concentrate, with with her in the room. That's, you know what, as a side note, I once went on an interview one time, and like, I swear I was being on, like I thought I was on Candid Camera or something. I mean, this girl shows up. I mean, she's beautiful, glasses, she's got the skirt and the whole thing there. I totally, completely blew the interview. So that's, yeah. Again, I think this is just, again, things work out like $1 million an episode for being on a, you know what that means, guys? I just want to say this. You know what that means when you make $1 million on a sitcom? So basically, let me just, let me be like Denzel and Training Day. Let me quarterback this thing. So basically, it's 3 days of work a week. Okay, you have the first day where you have a table read. Okay, that means that all the actors gather around this big ass table. Okay, and they just read out the lines, they talk about it, if everything works, it's all good. The second day, you do camera blocking. Okay, so that means you're on set, you're seeing where you read the lines, you stand here at this point, you do this, Then the third day, you tape it, you might tape it in front of a studio audience. With COVID going on, that's not going to happen anytime soon, but, and that's it. So for 3 days work, $1 million. Now keep in mind, Charlie Sheen was making double that, okay? And I mean, he fucked that up. But the point is, this is a dream job, guys. Okay, sure, you might have to pay a little bit in taxes, but it's pretty awesome. Anyways, in 1999, Aniston was on Saturday Night Live, satirizing Brad Pitt's real-life stalker, Athena Marie Rolando. Aniston was dating Pitt at the time. This was all part of an effort to promote Pitt's starring role in Fight Club. Okay, so yeah, she's got a good sense of humor, man. That's more on this couple in a little bit. In 2000, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston got married in Malibu. The wedding was complete with 4 live bands, fireworks, and 200 guests. Overall, the power couple's wedding cost $1 million. So Jennifer Aniston had to work for 1 episode on Friends, and that's it. It's covered. I don't know. It also shows a picture here. It is, wow, it's really closed off here. Yeah, they got the trees there, the big fence, couple trucks. Everything happened within the tent, no paparazzi. So that's, again, guys, again, I'll get more into this a little bit, but again, you gotta understand, you have Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston. So basically, if these guys like have a kid, I mean, that kid will eventually rule the world. I mean, this is a big deal at the time, guys. So I mean, I'm sure they probably have people with telescopes from Milwaukee just trying to get pictures of these people. So they got to be really careful. It sucks, and again, you understand, like with Greek weddings, everybody's partying, till 4, 5, 6 in the morning. You can't tell my people that it's done at 1 o'clock. That actually happened one time at a wedding. Like we finished up at 1:30. I was like, what the fuck? And then one of my drunk uncles came up and said, hey, we're just going to keep going, keep dancing. Who gives a shit? I mean, he just whipped out his wallet and pulled out some cash, whatever. Hey, I think he took care of it for another 15, 30 minutes, whatever. But don't limit us, and it sucks that we have to be in the tent at the time. So, but this is the lifestyle. These are some of the prices you have to pay for being an A-lister. It is what it is. Many actresses choose to keep their own names when they get married, but Aniston legally changed her name to Jennifer Pitt after her marriage. She still used her maiden name professionally. There you go. A lot of people would be like, you know what, is that cool? Is that not cool? Hey, listen, I don't care. As long as these guys are both happy. Well, we know what happened later. Again, we'll get into that in a little bit. But, that's cool. I mean, they always say, if once a woman marries a guy, she has to take her last name. But, I say pro-choice, guys. You do what you want. Do whatever makes you happy. That's just me. Because Aniston's mother, Nancy Dow, made some hurtful comments about Jennifer to a tabloid. She wasn't invited to the Aniston Pitt wedding. I did not know that. Listen, I could look up these comments, okay? I could be a good podcaster, and I am. I don't care what you guys say. But family problems are solved by family members, okay? And I'm Greek and Italian, okay? We keep it in the family, okay? Enough said. The Pitts' first home was a 14,000 square foot mansion in Beverly Hills, California. It cost them over $1.7 million to purchase. So again, Jennifer Aniston had to work a few weeks. I'm just joking around, guys. But yeah, I mean, seriously, yeah, you just work. Again, it is the best life to have if you're on a sitcom. Ask anybody from Big Bang Theory. I never really found that show funny. I like all the people in there. You know, it's like How You Met Your Mother, whatever, or How I Met Your Mother with Bob Saget there. And, you know, which again, someone made a good point. I mean, like, he sounds like that, but then he sounds different on the show. Like, it doesn't match up. I don't know. Anyways, again, the Neil Patrick Harris connection. Anyways, yeah, it's great work, man. You know, and again, why not have a nice little house? And they have a little bird's eye view of the house here. Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, you know, they got a pool, you know, which anybody that's got a pool, I'm just envious of that, okay? I mean, I got to turn off my AC when I do this shit. I'm already sweating my ass off. Don't worry, I'm going to take a shower later. I'm not going to be like these people that are, I don't know, all of a sudden all these stars are coming out. I don't take showers. I don't give my baby showers. I don't know. All of a sudden nobody can afford soap. But I don't know. I mean, just, you know, it takes 10 minutes, guys. Come on. I'll do a podcast about that in the future, I promise. Anyways, in 2002, Aniston took the lead role in The Good Girl, which proved that she had skills as a dramatic film actress, not just as a sitcom TV star. Again, we'll get more into this in a little bit. In 2002, Damiani, I think I said that right, International Jewelers started selling Brad and Jennifer wedding rings that were exact copies of Aniston's custom ring. The celebrity couple took the company to court. The two sides eventually reached a settlement. So again, guys, this is how big of a deal these guys were, okay? You got, was it Jennifer Lopez? You got Ben Affleck. They were together, now they're not. Now all of a sudden they're back together again. I don't know, just whatever. This couple, in my opinion, blew it out of the water. And again, I'm not playing the Greek card here. I'm just saying, like, this was a big deal, okay? If God created these two people, I don't know what, you know, God's wife looks like. I mean, it is just, it's insane. And everybody was just trying to make money off it. And of course, if you don't ask permission, you're not going to get the money. You're going to get sued. You're going to lose money. Come on, you Malaka. In 2012, Aniston was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Well deserved. In 2004, the Madame Tussauds Museum, created wax figures of Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston together. The couple separated only a few months later. Yeah, they got a picture here. Holy shit. It's similar. I mean, you know, Brad Pitt, like in this one, he looks like Brad Pitt, but then, you know, like if I said it was Steve McQueen's kid, like you'd believe me. Jennifer Aniston, I think they fucked up on the cheek and chin. I don't know, and the nose doesn't look. These things never look good, okay? And on a hot day, they're gonna melt anyway, so who cares? In 2005, Aniston and Pitt divorced. Pitt had already begun a relationship with actress Angelina Jolie for several months before the official divorce. Pitt would later marry Jolie. Can you imagine if you live in a world where you, as a guy, look a certain way and your mentality is, hey, I'm married to Jennifer Aniston, but if I want, I can literally see Angelina Jolie and I can later marry her. Oh, wow. Point is, obviously, it didn't end well. No shit. They did this during the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They fell in love there. And it's I you could say you can't write this shit, but it's just these are just all Hollywood stories, and this one's true, obviously. I'm just it's the business, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, could they reconcile again? I don't know. It could happen. I mean, could we have, could they team up again like J-Lo and Ben did? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. As Greeks, we tend to be forgiving, but are we that forgiving? I don't know, time will tell. In 2006, Aniston co-directed the movie Room 10 with Andrea Buchanan. I hope I said that right, sorry. Aniston was inspired to get into directing after learning that fellow actress Gwyneth Paltrow had directed a short film too. Is there anything Jennifer Aniston can't do? TV, movies, directing. She's Greek. I mean, what more? Come on. Brad, what the fuck are you thinking? Come on. Aniston's hairstyle on Friends. I mean, Jolie's cool too. I'm just saying, you know what? It's not my business. Nickname The Rachel became massively popular in the 1990s and early 2000s. It was true. Women would go to a beauty salon and they would just say, hey, I want the Rachel. So let's just look at this haircut for a second. Okay, so they got a picture here with Winona Ryder, which I assumed was on Friends. I don't know. I heard a thing Bruce Willis was on Friends too. I don't know. We'll get more than that later. So you got just literally above the shoulders, it's long, but it's not that long. You got the streaks a little bit. You got the kind of blonde, brownish streaks. Still got the darkness underneath there. A little, not wavy, but a little curl at the end there. And it's always funny too. Like when I always talk to women, like, oh, I gotta cut my hair. I'm like, yeah, I like you with long hair, short hair. I like that you like me. It's all good. But then they say, oh, I don't want to get split ends. I just do the ends, whatever. So I know how important, that, the cusp of, the end hair there is just, that's where the hair wants to party, but still you got to keep it intact. So, it's a very nice look. It's very nice. I just proved how much I don't know dick all about hair. I mean, I just wish I had some, but, yeah, it's a very nice haircut. Nice. Aniston has been quoted as saying that singing up to work on a new TV show is scarier than getting married because there is a 5-year contract that locks you in. Even if you hate it, there is no way to divorce the show. There is, but they'll sue the shit out of you. I mean, there's times where, I've heard stories where an actor, actress, whatever, they'll do a movie, they want to get out of it. I mean, they're only getting paid so much. Like, not even like, whatever. Could be base, could be $500,000, whatever, but they could be sued up to like $10 million, because obviously, you're going to fuck up the whole movie. You got to do reshoots, all that. So, yeah, it's true. Once you're locked in to that, you're stuck, Is there any way that I can get locked into doing this podcast for let's say 3 days a week, $1 million a week, or I don't know. I need some of that Joe Rogan money too. I mean, shit. Aniston has said that if one actor had left the cast of Friends, the rest of them would have walked out too. Thankfully, that never happened. The cast remained close friends with each other to this day. There you go. Exactly. See, let that be a lesson to anybody that's going to do a show in the future, okay? First of all, don't forget where you come from, okay? Just remember how much money you made, working whatever bullshit job before, and to like a million an episode if you're ever lucky to get that one day. Stick together, okay? What was it? 6 people, right? Yeah. So 6 people, they all stuck together. I even heard stories. I'm even a big fan of Friends. Well, yeah. We'll get into that later. But they all stuck together. They all met together in a room and said, "Listen, like, what do you think is fair for all of us? Let's, a million sounds like a nice round number, especially still for the early thousands, And yeah, I mean, they all ended up getting it, but they all stuck together with it, because you can't have the same 6 people in a show and this person make a little bit more. Oh, I should be making that much. Like it shit doesn't work. So I'm glad that they were able to stick that together. And it shows a picture of them on a beam. It's a black and white photo. It kind of looks like it's like a Three Stooges thing. Okay, that's cool. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of heights. I don't know. We'll get into that in another podcast. Anyways, in 2002, Aniston won an Emmy for Best Actress. And in 2003, she won a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a TV series. There you go. She got recognized for her talents, and that's it. It pays off. Again, you guys know how I feel about awards. It's just, I will take the money over the award any day. I'm just being honest. Even though she always looks great on the red carpet, Aniston has said that she doesn't enjoy the fashion culture of Los Angeles, where wearing the same outfit twice can be social suicide. If that was the case for me, I would have been dead when I was 4. Aniston co-owns the hair product company Living Proof. The brand is very successful and sells at Ulta Beauty for around $20 per bottle for their shampoos, conditioners, and styling products. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Aniston has her own line of perfumes, including the scent Beachscape, available for purchase at Kohl's. Ka-ching. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Guys, I'm telling you, you become a success in the public eye. You want to see how much can you stretch out your brand. Make a good product. Don't get me wrong, but these beauty products, they can make somebody rich. Okay, ask Rihanna. Tabloid magazines always love to speculate that Aniston is pregnant. I have been pregnant so many times, it's ridiculous. She has said. She once compared the rumors to seeing claims of alien sightings. Again, guys, the weed in Los Angeles is phenomenal. I mean, after the end of Friends in 2004, Aniston began to focus on starring in comedy movies. She has been in Office Space, Bruce Almighty, Office Christmas Party, and Bad Bosses, to name just a few of her films. Why not? Aniston is friends with many comedic actors, including Paul Rudd, Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Ellen DeGeneres, Portia de Rossi, Isla Fisher, and did I say that right? Isla. Yeah. And Chelsea Handler. I just want to say this. I always thought Chelsea Handler was a badass. I always thought she was pretty cool. She says what's on her mind. Awesome. I like it. The actress has 2 dogs. Norman, a Corgi Terrier mix, and Dolly, a German Shepherd. It shows a picture of her and her 1 dog here, and apparently, is that Will Forte in the picture? I don't know. I can't tell. If anybody else can tell, please leave your comments in the section below. A Finnish musician named Anssi Kela wrote a song called Jennifer Aniston. Although the lyrics have nothing to do with her, Kela had dreams about Aniston every night while he was working on the song. Pervert. So he decided to name it after her. Everybody's trying to get in, our Greek world. I mean, come on, man. Can't you you know, can't you think of anything better? In 2012, Jennifer Aniston married Justin Theroux. Instead of having a massive wedding, they decided to have a small private ceremony in their home. There you go. Save a couple bucks. Why not? Not everything has to be a big deal, okay? You don't have to go to a Greek island or, the Athens or, the Poconos. I don't know. I assume they have weddings there. But, just keep it simple. Why not? In 2015, Aniston signed an endorsement deal with Emirates Airlines that earned her $5 million. Ironically, she has a fear of flying. You know what? As long as you don't have to go on the plane and you make $5 million, all the power to you. Aniston's new home in Beverly Hills was custom designed and took 2 years to complete. She also has an apartment in Manhattan as well as other California homes. Again, why not? In 2002, paparazzi used a long lens camera from an 8-story building to capture pictures of Jennifer sunbathing topless in her own backyard. The photos ended up in multiple magazines, and Aniston again went to court over the issue with both the photographer and magazines. In 2003, the photographer paid Aniston $550,000 in damages. Guys, there's no fucking privacy here. I mean, forget Google Maps. I mean, you got to worry about these fucking guys all over the place here. I mean, holy shit. Can a woman just sunbathe nude in her own home? I mean, come on. Come on. Forbes dubbed Aniston one of the 10 most powerful actresses in the world. Obviously. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But again, look how much she's accomplished, okay? Again, coming from a famous family, it's hard for a kid to go through that life and not be taken seriously. But she's exceeded, in many ways, both of her parents. And I'm sure they're both very proud of her. But let's go to the classic website that is IMDb, and let's find out, again, how her career started and what was her very first job. I said it before, but I'm trying to build up more suspense here. So, her first job, like I said before, was in the movie Mac and Me. She was a dancer in McDonald's. Now, if you've ever seen this movie came out in 1988. This movie's stupid. I mean, let's just be honest. It's one of those movies, in the 80s, we were either obsessed with robots or stupid aliens. So, an alien trying to escape from NASA is befriended by a wheelchair-bound boy. The only thing I really remember about this movie is, she's friends with Paul Rudd, which is funny because every time Paul Rudd goes on Conan, he always plays that same fucking clip of this movie where the kid goes over the ledge and then it shows the alien, he seems kind of concerned, but maybe that's the alien's face. The point is, this is a stupid movie. It's basically an advertisement for McDonald's, which is a fat guy is, okay with me. But again, this is, you got to start somewhere, okay? So this is where she started. Then she was in a TV show called Molloy. Molloy? Is that Molloy? Molloy. Yeah, that's how you say it, right? Okay. 11-year-old Molloy Martin's life is turned upside down when her mother dies, and she must move from New York to LA to live with her father, stepmother, and step-siblings. Okay, so this sounds like a white version of the Fresh Prince. Okay. Okay, it's got the woman from Blossom. What's her name? Mayim Bialik. There you go. I think I said that right. Yeah. Little did both these people know they will be counting millions in the future. But again, I never saw this show. I don't know, 6.3 out of 10. That's a decent rating, I guess. Yeah. She played a character named Courtney Walker. All right. Then she was in a TV movie called Camp Cucamonga. Yeah. She played Ava Shrek. I never saw it. Then she was in the TV show Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or as I should say, is a classic. The movie, not this. You gotta keep in mind, guys. For some reason, being a kid in the '90s, it was awesome. But at the same time, when they had a hit movie, like in the kind of late '80s, '90s, they for some reason tried to make a fucking TV show out of it. I don't know why. I mean, it's not, like John Hughes had nothing to do with this shit. I hope he didn't. Fuck, here, let me find that out for sure. I don't know. God, I hope he didn't. Okay, good, he didn't. Oh, thank God. Yeah, but again, if you're an upcoming actor, someone tells you, hey, there's a hit movie out there, we're making a TV show about it. Why wouldn't you do it? I get it. So, but yeah, it's not like they got the same people, or, Matthew Broderick was not in this, Nobody remembers the Uncle Buck TV show, and nor should you. So there's no point remembering this. So just go ahead, watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and that's it. She was in an episode of Quantum Leap playing Kiki Wilson. We all remember that show, right? Julie Brown, Wilson Phillips, Lucky Day. She was in that. Here we go. In 1993, she starred in the very first Leprechaun. Leprechaun, the movie. Looking for a wee pot of gold. The tagline, your luck just ran out. This little fucker gave me little nightmares. But it's funny too when you see the movie on Blu-ray, DVD, wherever if people actually still buy physical copies of movies. It just shows basically her picture. Because later on she became a huge success. And again, guys, someone tells you, okay, you're gonna be in a horror movie, you're gonna star with a leprechaun, you're like, fuck it, let's do it. Why not? She plays a woman named Tori, and she's trying to get away from the leprechaun. That's it. That's it, guys. I mean, these movies are very simple. There's look at, holy shit. Like I said before about the covers here, if you go on IMDb here, they got her, she's very shocked. And then for some reason, there's like a computerized version of her on, I don't know, appears to be an HD disc or something. I don't know what they were trying to accomplish there. But I don't know. I think that's where they got the Wax Museum idea from. But Warwick Davis played the leprechaun. He's awesome. He's cool. I got a buddy that actually looks kind of similar to him. Not like the shortness, just the face. The point is, I don't know how many more of these movies they made. Clearly, they made enough where they'd make a profit. Jennifer Aniston did not return to any of the other ones. I'm already talking way too much about this movie. If you want to check out this movie, during Halloween, make it part of your, regiment of, after you get your candy, chill out, watch some movies. Me personally, I like watching Young Frankenstein. That's just me. I prefer good, horror comedy movies, but hey, teach his own. So it's up to you. Then she was in the TV series The Edge, which, I don't know, sort of sounds familiar. The Edge. It stars the guy who played Newman, Wayne Knight. Who's the other guy? Tom Kenny? Kind of looks familiar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really I don't know. I grew up in Toronto, so I don't know. The Edge, I think of 102.1, The Edge. I don't know. Unless you live in Toronto, you're not going to get the reference. But then she was in a TV series, Herman's Head. What the fuck is this? Herman's Head. The 4 aspects of a man's personality help him to get through different situations in the... Oh, fuck. Oh, I remember this show. Okay, so... They made that cartoon recently, of Pixar's whatever, of like all the different personalities in the person's head. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, okay, I think they ripped it off from this show. Now, this show wasn't a big success. I think it only lasted a season, but it was the same concept, except this was real. Based in, well, not based in real life, obviously. I mean, they didn't cut the guy's head open or nothing, but yeah. So, yeah. Oh, they got the Ken Hudson Campbell. I always liked that guy. He played Santa Claus in the first Home Alone. I remember he gives him the Tic Tacs. But yeah, I guess Jennifer Aniston was in this, and I don't know. I assume they probably went on a date in one of the episodes, and I don't know. The personalities were telling them what to do, and again, I'm talking way too much about this, but yeah, you know, if you find this show, check it out. But I'm almost positive that's where they ripped off the cartoon from. The fuck was that cartoon called again? I forgot. I think Bill Hader was one of the voices too. By the way, if you're not watching the Bill Hader show, Barry, you're missing out. Anyways, Inside Out. There you go. That's what it's called. So yeah. So this is the human version of that. There you go. Burke's Law is a TV show she was in. One episode there. Like I said before, it was between muddling through and Friends. You know, so again, sometimes in this business, things just work out. So she was in that for a little bit, didn't last, and you know, and then clearly we never heard of her again. But yeah, so sometimes it's good being in a show that gets canceled, because then it frees you up to make $1 million a week. Then she was in a show called The Rembrandts. I'll Be There for You. Oh wait, no, that's the dudes that sing the song there. Okay, so they did the video, you know. 'Cause you're there for me too. Da, da, da. I never understood that. Like why the fuck are they dancing in a fountain? I don't know. I mean, you know. I mean, do they change the water like every day? I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a big fountain in my area, in one of my in an apartment building that's close to my area, and I don't know, man. I mean, that shit's been there since I was a kid. I don't see them cleaning that shit, you know. But I don't know. Anyways, she was in that. So yeah, obviously around this time was in '94. She, you know, got cast as Rachel in Friends. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you guys were expecting me to dissect Friends or you know, tell you you know, a lot of information about this show, I'm just not gonna lie to you. I was never really a big fan of Friends. Okay, I got nothing against it. I just wasn't really my cup of tea. I don't know. Yeah, I never really understood it. Although I did like that one episode where. Actually, I'll tell you what. I like 3 episodes. Okay, we'll make it a trifecta. Okay, so I like the one episode where you know, I forgot the name, the people's names there. But anyways, they made some kind of what's it called, a parfait, and then they made a bunch of it with desserts, and then for some reason I don't know, they put steak in it. You know, and then Joey's eating it, which, by the way, I just want to say this. Joey must have one hell of a metabolism. I mean, you know, God bless him. You know, a fellow Italian, you know, I wish it was even close to that. But anyways, you know, yeah, he's eating it, having a good time. You know, he's like, custard, good. Fruit, good. Meat, good. All right. So I thought that was funny. I'll give him that. And then the other episode where... they played football like during a Thanksgiving dinner or something. I thought that episode was pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was good. And then they had another episode, which again is just so random and is I mean, they kept throwing like a ball to each other back and forth, and they couldn't let the ball hit the ground or something. And I don't know, Courtney Cox's character was really obsessed with it the most for some reason. And yeah, I like those episodes. Other than that, I don't know. I just never, I don't know. I never really gone into it. I mean, God bless them all for making $1 million an episode, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never. They had that weird thing on Married with Children where they had was it Matt LeBlanc? They used to do this all the time in the '90s. They had like they would try to promote a new show within an old show. They did that Married with Children, and then they tried to have him. And I don't know if that character was based on the one he eventually did in Friends or something, or was meant to be something different. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there for no fucking reason whatsoever. The point is, Friends. I'm salute to all of them. I'm glad they made their money, and that's it. Again, when you're an actor, you're always looking for the next work. I mean, even if you're on a hit show for 10 years, that's it. You work for 10 years, but you hopefully make a good amount of money, live off the syndication. You hope a show hits like 4 or 5 seasons so they get repeats. That's awesome to have. Ask Ray Romano. He's he's very happy, and that's it. So. Yeah. Then she was in an episode of the Larry Sanders Show. Larry Sanders, fucking awesome. Love that show. Had a lot of great people on there. Yeah, if you've never watched that show, watch it. I mean, most of the people that guest starred on it played themselves because he was, doing a show within a show, whatever. And yeah, she showed up in an episode of that. She was in Partners. It was a TV series. Dream for an Insomniac. I don't know what this is. Is this a movie or is this yeah, it looks like a movie. Yeah, it looks like a movie. Is that the guy from Men Behaving Badly? No, that's a guy that's different. No, that's another guy. Oh, it's got the Seymour Cassel. I always like that guy. He's a funny guy. But yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of the show. Yeah. See, again, this is a good example, guys. Always have a backup plan because you never know. Again, you could be on a hit show. Maybe something happens. Maybe somebody says something on the show. I.e., Charlie Sheen. Again, fuck up that couple mil coming in. I don't know. I'm just saying. Always look for the next job. You never know. She's the One. I guess that's a movie. I don't know this movie. Everybody looks happy in this picture except for Cameron Diaz, which what happened to Cameron Diaz? I don't know. She kind of disappeared. I don't know. Like at one point I heard she was making like $15 million a film or something. I don't know. She was like the highest paid actress, and see, again, she just decided to chill. That's all. Again, guys, look, let's just be honest. Like, how much money can you have? Just get some money, live off the interest. That's it. Steven Spielberg's director's chair. It's a video game. She played Laura. Again, guys, what I've been telling you all this time. Okay, voiceover work is the easiest fucking work. That's it. Boom, boom. That's it. Get paid. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Walls. Woman in pigtails next to Cage. She was uncredited. Okay, so yeah, maybe she did a bunch of shit just before Friends and everything came out, and again, you're like, oh, that's Jen Ranston. There you go, cool. So yeah, why not? Tom Petty's awesome. Picture Perfect, movie she was in. She played Kate. Till There Was You, another movie. She played Debbie. The Object of My Affection. Yeah, another movie. Waiting for Woody. Sorry. She played Jennifer Aniston. I gotta find out what this is. Sorry, guys. An unlucky actor named Josh Silver is hopeful when his agent gets him an audition with his idol, Woody Allen. Okay, all right, that's... Okay, I get it. So they're having fun with the title there to lure you in, and okay, I get it. Good job. The Thin Pink Line. Another movie she was in. She was in the TV show Hercules. Really? Huh. Is that the one with, what's his name? Oh no, it's the cartoon. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was the one with, what's his name? What the fuck's his name? Sorbo? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. He's a good guy. He was in the OC for a while. Anyways, I have way too much time on my hands. Anyways, yes, here we go. Okay, so 1999, which a lot of people consider to be one of the best years in movie history. And because of this movie, I do have to agree. Office Space. She played Joanna. Oh, so that was her middle name. Okay, that's cool. That's cool that they did that. Okay, I get it. I absolutely love Office Space. This is a great movie. It's one of those movies when it came out, like, I don't think it did as well financially, but later on, got a huge cult following, and this movie's hilarious. Obviously, it's based on the comic book Milton, and Mike Judd took it over as a director, writer. He did the animation before, but then later on made it into a movie based on the character Peter, played by Ron Livingston, and later on, he gets hypnotized and all that shit, and he's with Samir Nahi-Nanajad, which I think I said that right, because I've practiced saying that a lot. Michael Bolton, played by David Herman. He was really funny on Mad TV. Rich Bader played Lawrence, the neighbor. Hey, Peter, man. Awesome on the Drew Carey Show. Gary Cole, we all know him. He always plays like just a prick boss. Obviously, Bill Lumbergh, awesome in this one. And yes, Stephen Root played Milton. Richard Riel, I think I said that right. He was the guy in Deuce Bigalow, Mill Gigolo. He was Rob Schneider's dad, the dude who cleaned the toilets there. He played Tom, very funny. So, of course, Jennifer Aniston, this is one of the first movies I ever saw her in. She played the waitress, so we talked about that before. It kind of comes with the Greek culture. Like, at some point in your life, you are going to either do construction or you will work in a restaurant, okay? It could be a waitress, could be a cook. It could be a cleaner. In some Greek restaurants, you're going to do all three. So, if you can somehow get a role to be a waitress in a movie, especially for a Mike Judd film, you're in. That's it, plain and simple. So, she was really good in this. Again, I always like Jennifer Aniston because she gets comedy. Okay, a lot of people don't get comedy. She gets it. A lot of people are like, oh, just let me have the lines written for me, no improvising, it's going to throw me off. She's cool. She gets it. So, props to her for taking this role for sure. And it's one of those movies that's become a huge cult classic. Definitely one of Mike Judd's best for sure. And if you're a fan of comedy, I would absolutely recommend this movie. Yeah. Oh, Lumbergh fucked her? She was also in an episode of South Park, which again, okay, this was when South Park was just first starting out. I think this was like the second, third season, whatever. This is where, I was like, she gets it. Like, she gets comedy. Like, she's not afraid to do roles like this, like Office Space and South Park. She's down for the cause, man. She played a Miss Stevens, the choir teacher. It was that rainforest episode, whatever. And you understand something. At this point, South Park was huge. Apparently it started off as a VHS tape in the early 90s, and then George Clooney had something to do with bringing it to certain people, and that's why he even had a little role in the movie there. And but yeah, she was funny in this episode. Her and Cartman just keep going back and forth, and why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. Okay, click. Yeah. Jeez. Anyways. But I digress. So this is a really funny episode. Again, she's cool for doing this. The The Iron Giant, again, another movie where it didn't do as well, but it got a huge cult following. And then you find out years later, it was apparently Vin Diesel that did the voice of the robot. I mean, I don't know who knew. I mean, I don't know. I guess it kind of looks like Vin Diesel. I mean, I don't know. Both of them don't have hair, I guess. And yeah. But again, really good movie. Really good movie. When you have a chance, check it out. Rockstar, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always said this about Mark Wahlberg. I love him. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good dude. I'm going to do a podcast on him eventually. But there's no middle with his movies. And when I mean in the sense where, like, you know, you see one of his movies, you either like it or you don't like it. You know, it's not one of those movies that's like, it's okay, it has its parts, or, you know, it's passable. But this one, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, it started off okay, but it didn't, I don't know. I don't think it had much of a plot, you know. But then again, you know, Aniston went in there, you know, played, you know, the girlfriend of Mark Wahlberg's character, I think. I don't know. I only watched this movie once. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Melissa Etheridge, I Want to Be in Love. She was in that video. She seems pretty cool. The Good Girl. Okay, so like I said before, this is where a lot of people were thrown off by Jennifer Aniston because they were like, holy shit, she can actually do a drama. Like, she can actually be in a serious movie, you know, not just comedy, whatever. And I haven't seen this movie in a while, and I'll just say this. I have mixed feelings about Jake Gyllenhaal. You know, he can be a good actor, but I think a lot of times he's just, a tale for another time. Mike White is in it as Corny, which is funny because I think this dude ended up being in Survivor one time. John Carroll Lynch, again in Drew Carey Show, very talented guy. Zoe Deschanel, sorry. She's in this. John C. Reilly, Austin, Tim Blake Nelson. I forgot how many good people were in this movie. This is actually a pretty decent movie. And again, it threw me off too, because you're thinking, Jennifer Aniston's just doing Friends and all that and just whatever. And, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Everybody's got that one good role in them. And I'm not saying that this is the only good role that she did, but, you know, you give someone an opportunity to, you know, show what they can do as an actor, and there you go. They might surprise you, and they actually, you know, will shock you a little bit. And Jennifer Aniston definitely did this in this movie, and I absolutely recommend this movie. She was in an episode of King of the Hill as Pepperoni Sue, Stephanie. I prefer Pepperoni Stew. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just saying that because I'm Italian, but that's a good name. So King of the Hill, funny show. I liked it. I don't remember this episode, but again, voiceover work, easy money. Bruce Almighty, okay? Very funny movie. Love Jim Carrey. Already did a podcast about Jim Carrey. You guys know how I feel about Jim Carrey, okay? She was good in this as well. Played very well off Jim Carrey. I'm not gonna lie to you. Personally, I had a thing for Jennifer Aniston's friend in this movie. I forgot her name. I don't know. It was a blonde lady. I forgot her name. Lisa and Walter. Yeah, very lovely woman. Anyways, you got Morgan Freeman playing God. You got Jim Carrey pissed off at God. They end up switching for a little bit. Your classic Jim Carrey movie. Very funny. I think opening weekend, this movie made something like 75 million or something right off the bat. So, and Jim Carrey, it's not like he disappeared for a while, but like he was just kind of chilling for a bit, doing a couple, you know, dramatic roles, whatever, and then he came back with this. We all missed him doing this thing, you know. I mean, he can do stuff like this in his sleep. We all know that. Played very well with Jennifer Aniston, like I said before. So, very good movie. Very good movie. I remember when one funny thing about the movie is when they aired the movie in the theaters, they showed a phone number off his beeper. And if you don't know what a beeper is, don't worry about it. unless you're a drug dealer in the 90s. And that person got pissed off because, listen, when you make a movie, again, as a side note, when you make a movie, you got to put whatever area code, then you put 555 because nobody's got fucking 555. That's how you avoid getting sued. So I don't know if this guy ended up getting any money for it, but anyways, pointless information that I'm full of. Just putting that out there. But yeah, very good movie. If you love Jim Carrey, love Jennifer Aniston, you will like this movie. Freedom, A History of U.S. It was a TV series documentary she was in. Along Came Polly. This movie was a big success too, I remember. Her and Ben Stiller, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Rest in peace, man. We miss you. Yeah, very funny movie. I liked it. I gotta go with Bruce Almighty more. That's just me, and it's not the Canadian thing with Jim Carrey. I'm just saying. But Along Came Polly has some very funny parts in it, and yeah. I mean, in the movie, I remember they talked about the whole, art of spanking. I mean, again, this was 2004. This is way before the whole #MeToo movement. Again, I'm just going to stop talking about that now because I don't want to get into any shit. Then she was in a movie called Derailed. This is the one with Clive Owen. It sounds familiar. Yeah, Clive Owen. Yeah, this was a good movie. I enjoyed this movie. Yeah, it's a good little movie. Yeah. Again, I did a podcast about Clive Owen, and I don't know. Apparently, you're going to see him play Bill Clinton very soon on TV. So yeah, but I recommend this movie. It's a like suspense thriller kind of good little movie. Then she was in a movie called Rumor Has It. I never heard of this one. You got Kevin Costner, Shirley MacLaine, Mark Ruffalo. I don't think it's the best rating, but I don't know. It's always a gamble with Kevin Costner too. You know what I mean? He seems like a good dude, but again, it's either one of those movies. It's a good movie. It's a bad movie. Yeah, whatever. As long as the check clears. Friends with Money. That's something I don't have. But yeah, no, that was another movie she was in. I don't know this movie. I don't know. Never saw this one. John Cusack, always liked her. Catherine Keener, like her too. Frances McDormand, she's absolutely kicked ass ever since Fargo, and even recently, winning her Academy Award. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you really need a friend with money? I mean, don't you want just a good friendship, or I mean, is it necessary? I mean, really, like, don't you want to just have good times with friends and, okay, like if they got money, then they could, pick up the bill at the end of the night. But, other than that, I mean, is it really that necessary? Again, I've never seen this movie. I really don't know what this movie's about, but hey, want to check it out? It looks like it's got a pretty good cast in this movie, and yeah, why not? Check it out. Then she came out with The Breakup with good old Vince Vaughn, and this movie was also a pretty big hit. I'm looking at Jon Favreau in this movie. I don't know. We look like brothers. Anyways, yeah, good cast of people. You got Joey Lauren Adams, Jon Favreau, like I said before. You got Jason Bateman. You got Justin Long. John Michael Higgins. Sings the classic "Move Yourself. You always live your life." Vincent D'Onofrio. That guy kicks ass and everything. Anyways, the thing that I heard, and was definitely clarified on Google search, was the scene where she's walking down the hallway there, supposed to be nude, and Vince Vaughn is in complete shock, because I'm sure Vince Vaughn has never seen a nude woman before. She was actually naked, and she wanted to get the actual, reaction from Vince. Again, guys, like how good is it being an actor where you're literally like you're getting paid to sit on a couch and millions of dollars. All of a sudden, Jennifer Aniston just walks literally naked in front of you. Like, is there what sanitation job is better or waitress? I'm in the wrong fucking business. The point is that she actually did it, and God bless her. Okay, but again, this movie is about a couple breaking up, but nobody wants to leave the condo, and you can't blame him. I mean, he's got a pool table there. Why would you want to leave? And I'm not gonna lie to you. As a guy, I have some thoughts about the ending. Okay, and I've always wanted to share this. Now, again, this might make me look like a dick, but I mean, if this podcast hasn't done that already, then whatever. I'll just say this. Ladies, we're not mind readers, okay? If you want us to go somewhere with you, please just say it, okay? Please, I'm begging you, just say it. Don't send us clues. We're not Sherlock Holmes. Just tell us, okay? And again, I know there's times where it's kind of implied, and like whenever you go silent, it means shit's about to go down. But like at the end of the movie there, yeah, I'm spoiling it, if you haven't seen it. So I don't know, fast forward a minute, or I don't know, whatever you do on SoundCloud. Yeah, so she's kind of implying that, I don't know if you want to go, maybe, and Vince is like, yeah, I'm gonna, go do my own thing, and then he comes back, and she was expecting him to be there and all that, and I just, I get it. I can read between the lines sometimes, but for the most part, ladies, please help us. We don't know shit. We are stupid, okay? We might say that we're, smart, but we're really stupid. So all I'm saying is, it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the ending kind of made Vince look like a dick, and I'm just saying. And was he kind of? It's up for debate. I mean, it depends if you have a penis or a vagina. But the point is, good little movie. I liked it. I did a podcast on Vince Vaughn, so I don't even know if I went on this spiel in that podcast. But again, good little movie, And at the end, Vince Vaughn, loses a little weight. I mean, we could all lose a little weight. I hear you, buddy. So yeah, good little date movie. Check it out. Oh, that was fun. Okay. She was in a TV series called Dirt, and then she was in a movie called Management. She's in an episode of 30 Rock. It's a very funny show. I feel personally that the first 3 seasons of the show were really, really, really good. Not saying that the rest wasn't good. I'm just saying that the first 3 seasons, classic. Classic. The one episode with, what was it, Conan O'Brien and Alec Baldwin going at it. That was pretty good. Yeah, it definitely revived Alec Baldwin's career for sure. Not that it was doing bad or nothing. I mean, the guy's got a kick-ass voice. I mean, he could do voiceovers for the rest of his life and make millions. So he's a cool guy, and And let me say as a side note too, I'll do one on Alec Baldwin in the future, but I'll just say this: if a guy is out with his family, okay, and if you're paparazzi, don't go in his fucking face, okay? And if the guy wants to go on his phone for a few minutes on a plane, okay, let him be, okay? Come on, fuck. Alec, I'm on your side, man. Don't worry. Marley and Me. Okay, I never saw this movie, but I do know the story. Okay. I mean, it's basically, from what I understand, it's almost like a modern day Old Yeller. Old Yeller, I heard, didn't end really well either. But yeah, I heard it's kind of a sad movie. A little bit of a, it gets a little touching. Just saying. Just saying. So, yeah, if you got the tissues ready, you can see it. Just giving you a heads up. He's just not that into you. God, if I had $1 for every time. Anyways, yeah, she plays a character named Beth. I remember this movie. You can always tell, like, when you like look at a movie poster like this, you're like, it's one of those movies that I don't know. It's like that Malakia's movie, the Love Actually, all the ladies like. It's just got a bunch of people in there, different love stories. Some of them work out, some of them don't. I don't know. Bradley Cooper and Ben Affleck are in it, so I'm sure your girlfriend or wife or mistress, whatever you got going on the side there, will enjoy liking this movie. And I'm sure she won't compare you to Bradley Cooper at all. I mean, guys, it's a losing battle. What can I tell you? I mean, we can only do so much with our looks. The point is, looks like a good little date movie. Cool, check it out. Love Happens. Never saw that one. It's true. Love just happens. You don't find love. Love finds you. And she found it with the guy who played Two-Face. What's his name? Aaron Eckhart? Yeah. Thank You for Not Smoking. That was a good movie, too, that he did. Again, this looks like a chick flick. Again, guys, I'm not judging. If that's your thing, that's your thing. You know, what can I tell you? I don't know. I mean, do I prefer movies with more of a plot? Of course. But, hey, whatever, man. It's cool. Hey. The Bounty Hunter. What? The Bounty Hunter? I don't know what this movie is. The Bounty Hunter. Let's check it out. She plays a character named Nicole Hurley. Her sister is Elizabeth. No, I'm just joking. The Bounty Hunter. What's this? Okay. Okay. It's got Gerard Butler. I like 300. That was a good movie. Okay. On the poster, they're handcuffed. He's handcuffed to Jennifer Aniston, which again, oh, wow, poor guy. Okay, I didn't get the best rating, but again, I'm just gonna throw this out there. This looks like another date movie, another rom-com. So I don't know. We got so far 3 in a row here. Okay, so and then that same year we got The Switch. I believe I know what this movie is. I'm gonna guess even before I click on it. I think it's the one with Jason Bateman and something to do with somebody wanting kids, and he does his business in the cup there, and I don't know, something happens with a kid, I guess. I don't know. Jeff Goldblum's, I don't know, he looks like he's having a good time here. I don't know. I've never seen this one either. Again, it seems like sort of a rom-com. Me personally, I like seeing Jeff Goldblum in The Big Chill or Jurassic Park, or him just talking to Conan, and him just touching his legs and glasses for some reason. I don't know, but so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Okay. Cougar Town is a TV series. She was in that. Just Go With It. She teams up with Adam Sandler. I think she's teamed up with Sandler how many times? Twice, 3 times, something like that. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I never saw this movie, and it's not one of those things where I saw the movie, I didn't like it, I don't want to say shit and look good, but I honestly did not see this movie, so I cannot judge. Horrible Bosses, did see this movie, absolutely, very funny movie. The second one sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I know Kevin Spacey. Okay, we get it. But let's just ignore that part, okay? But it's a very funny movie. You got Sudeikis in there, Bateman, Charlie Day, very funny dude. I love It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Hopefully, I don't know, they do another 10 seasons. Take your time, guys. I'm in no rush. It's Fox FX. We binge watch these shows now, and then we forget about the shows for a year, and then welcome back. Anyways. So Jennifer Aniston's character, she's coming very strong on Charlie Day there. She's very aggressive. I gotta be honest, I think she looks her best in this one. That's just me. I don't know, it's because of the brown hair. I'm just saying, it's a change of pace, very good change of pace. I'm just saying, she is pretty funny in this. good little movie. I enjoyed this one. Stay away from part 2. That's don't waste your time. Wanderlust, good little movie. She did with Paul Rudd. I enjoyed this one too. Apparently, there was a rumor that she taped another nude scene in this. I shouldn't say another nude scene. I mean that wasn't supposed to come out. The thing with the breakup, whatever. I'm just, I'm just a reporter, guys. That's all. I'm just trying to, tell you guys shit. But yeah, they took it out of the movie. Again, let me just say this. Us Greeks, like, we're not afraid to get naked in movies. We're really not. I mean, I went to Greece one time, and like my cousin, who, I think he knows 5 words in English, but yet I can still understand him. I mean, that's just the Greek culture. Like, as long as he waves his hands, I can, it's like playing charades. He said one of his favorite movies was like a movie that just, yeah. I don't know what the movie was about. I don't know. Again, it was in Greek. There's no subtitles. I don't know. And then the end of the movie, it just ends with everybody just having, sex. This massive orgy in this wine grape field. Everybody just, fucking in the dirt. And I mean, was it a porn? I don't know. But the point is, again, if the scene didn't work out, then it didn't work out. That's all, But it's a good little movie, good little cast of people. I like it. Go see it. Another TV series, Burning Love. I did not see that one. We're the Millers. I love Sudeikis. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't really feeling this one. Not gonna lie. It was cute at the end where they show the bloopers and they start, singing the Friends song, because I'm sure she's never heard that joke before. Yeah, I mean, if you want to see Jason Sudeikis in something funny, watch him in 2 things. One, the interview he did on HBO Sports there with Artie Lang, Paul Rudd, and Joe Buck there. That's just classic. And 2, the new show he's got on what's it called? Ted Lasso. Very good show. Very, very good show. I just saw the recent episode, and I don't know. I mean, they did a Christmas episode, but it's fucking August. I mean, I don't know. It kind of threw me off. But other than that, great show, great cast of people. Then she was in a movie called Life of Crime. Another movie, She's Funny That Way. She was in a movie called Cake, which I'm not gonna lie to you, as a fat guy, I was a little disappointed. It wasn't actually about cake. It was just about the concept of, celebrating birthdays, and a cake means you get to have your cake, eat it too on your birthday, whatever. Again, a very good dramatic role for her. She got a little bit of attention for this one. Not as good as The Good Girl, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still a good little role for her. She can play the dramatic roles, guys. Give her a chance, But again, I like I said, she gets the whole comedy thing, and there you go. Horrible Bosses 2. Mother's Day. Storks. Voiceover work. Easy Money. Office Christmas Party. Came out in 2016. I went to go see this in theaters. Once the party started in the theaters, I brought my flask. I started partying with these guys. I don't give a fuck. This is a funny movie, okay? I'm gonna have to talk about TJ Miller another time. I know he kind of fucked up there for a bit, with his career. I'll talk about that another time. I still think he's a really funny guy. I'm just gonna say that. But Jason Bateman's in this movie. A lot of funny people in this movie. One of those movies now where every Christmas I watch it. I enjoy it. Very funny. She always teams up with Jason Bateman. I mean, it's always a good little combination there. I don't know. Kind of makes you wonder if she's gonna, I don't know, maybe join Ozark or, for the last season. Or I think everybody's looking forward to that. I mean, who would have thought Jason Bateman would be another Martin Scorsese? But yeah. So yeah, if you got a chance, check out that show. But yeah, this is a great movie. I've added it to my Christmas classics every year. So definitely check it out. Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live. She's also in this movie. Very funny. I wanted to give her a shout out. The Yellow Birds. It's a movie she did. Jimmy Kimmel's The Terrific 10. I'm assuming it had something to do with the show. Dumplin'. We talked about that before. I have not had a chance to check this one out. But like I said before, she, was a part of this movie, and looks all right. I mean, what does it say here? The plus size teenage daughter of a former beauty queen signs up for her mom's Miss Teen Blue Bonnet pageant as a protest that escalates when other contestants follow her footsteps, revolutionizing the pageant and their small Texas town. I just want to say this about pageants. I mean, it's cool seeing a movie like this. It's actually a pretty good concept because, first of all, I mean, some of these women that enter these pageants, I mean, they don't eat anything. I mean, and again, if you're naturally thin, cool, I get it. Like, God bless you. I like you and hate you at the same time. But if you're starving yourself like for this shit, I mean, let's be honest. There's so much pressure on women in general in Hollywood, and then on top of these pageants, you got to be super thin and not have any marks on you. I mean, like, it's too much, man. It's too much pressure. So it looks like they're definitely changing the game with this. I haven't had an actual dumpling in a very long time, but I always like my women a little bit more on the plus side. And I'm not just saying that. I could look like Brad Pitt. There you go. All right, Brad Pitt, I love you. I'll talk to you about another podcast. I'm just saying, I could look like that, and I would still want the same type of woman. Just saying. So, check it out. I definitely will. Murder Mystery. I believe this was the one that she did with Adam Sandler that went to Netflix. Adam Sandler and Netflix have definitely made some excellent deals together. Sandler is getting a nice paycheck from these guys, that's for sure. I didn't mind this movie. I mean, this movie's okay. I mean, a lot of people are saying, Sandler's lost his touch, whatever. I'm gonna say this with Sandler. I'm gonna love Sandler to the day I die. I did a podcast about him. I love him. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, still make me fucking laugh. They seem to be a good little combo back and forth, Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. So this movie was, it was okay. I mean, it had its moments, I will say this about Sandler movies. I mean, and again, this is no disrespect to who's ever writing these movies. It's that, think of back in the day, Sandler. Now, obviously, he can't be that silly anymore. It's been years later. Where we all got to grow up. I get it. I'm not going to. I'm never going to grow up. I'm going to be 40 soon. Fuck it. I'm good. But I feel if they just put more into like a lot of these scripts, like they could be some classic shit, And like we all saw, what Adam Sandler did recently a couple years ago, and again, like you're saying to people said this about Jennifer Aniston, like, can't you do the dramatic roles or whatever? And then with Sandler, he's proven himself too. A couple years ago, like I said, with Uncut Gems, he absolutely killed it. How did he not at least get a nomination? Go figure that one. But again, you give people a proper script, if it's comedy, drama, whatever, like they will absolutely prove you wrong. Like you will be surprised what happens. So all I'm gonna say is this about a lot of Adam Sandler movies: you can say whatever you want, but I think if a lot of the script improves on these movies, then I think they could make some classics. That's all I'm saying. But I'm gonna keep watching them, so I don't care what you guys say. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, table read. I'm assuming that's a spoof on that. Like I mentioned before, she's doing the new show, The Morning Show. A couple good people in this show, for sure. I mean, you got Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell. It's a good little cast of people. It's not a bad show. I mean, it's nothing too over the top, nothing like that, nothing too fancy, Gives you a good idea of what happens behind, like, these morning shows and what they go through and stuff like that. And I don't know, a lot of people must think they just wake up out of bed and they just, drive their job and that's it. Yeah, a lot of pressure on these guys. I mean, especially like working in the morning. I mean, who likes working in the morning? There's something really wrong with you if you like working in the morning. I'm just being honest. I'm more of an afternoon night guy. I don't know. I don't want to go to bed at night and then wake up at night. I just don't. I mean, but then again, if the money's right, I don't know. The point is, good little show. Check it out if you get the chance. Yeah, that's what she's been busy doing the last couple of years. I mean, they had the Friends reunion there. Again, must have been a nice little, quick little paycheck. Show up for a few days somewhere, get a mil, maybe more. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm sure they all negotiate together like they always do, and that's it. In the end, make your fans happy. That's all. That's don't forget your bread and butter, especially in the acting world. And it says here, pre-production, she's working on a movie called Hail Mary. She's going to play a person named Denise White. And it says here, a former Miss USA contestant becomes a successful sports manager. Oh, I get it. Hail Mary, because Hail Mary pass. Yeah, I get it. Okay, all right. And then Tupac shows up, and no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, all right. It says director here, Michelle McLaurin, and she has produced Breaking Bad, director also Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, X-Files. There you go. Okay, so she's done some pretty kick-ass shit as well. So yeah, let's see how that turns out. And lastly, an untitled Jennifer Aniston, Sophie Goodhart project. It says here, suburbanite parents try to recapture the glory days of their youth. Well, who hasn't tried to do that? So again, it seems like Jennifer Aniston, especially the last couple of projects here, doesn't show any signs of slowing down. And again, no disrespect, she's getting a little bit older now. So now she can play these certain roles that I just mentioned, the last couple. And listen, Greek women don't age, okay? If you guys don't know about the olive oil by now, you never will. And let me just say this. She can keep doing this forever. She comes from an awesome family who's clearly supported her, and she's absolutely proven that she can be her own person by far. Okay? So, but here's my dilemma. So, she's single now. Now, John Stamos, the last couple years, I heard he got married, he had a child, and, he seems pretty happy, at his age. He's an older Greek man. She's an older Greek woman. By far, two of our best Greek exports in Hollywood. Is there any chance that we can get these two together so they can just have the most beautiful kid in the world? And again, I understand John is, very happy in his marriage. I get it, I get it. Bravo. But, at the same time, can't you just do this for our culture? Would Jennifer Aniston be willing to do this? I don't know. Of course, guys, I'm just joking around, okay? But again, I'm just throwing out the idea. They would create a very kick-ass kid, but then again, Jennifer Aniston, could maybe reconcile with Brad Pitt. Again, I don't know. Either way, she's good, man. She's good. She's so cool. And like I said, she gets comedy, which a lot of people don't. She's down for the cause. And she's just kick-ass. That's all. So again, if, John Stamos is, whatever, free, just, whatever. Just throwing that out there. Now I know I'm getting older as a Greek person, because now I'm trying to set people up, even when they're already set up. I'm trying to please my own needs. Now I know what, my parents' mentality is like. So the point is, Jennifer Aniston has had an amazing career, and there's no signs of slowing down. So props to her. I hope everything keeps working out. Like I said before, your parents are awesome. Your dad absolutely kicks ass. Thank you for all the years of entertainment, and absolutely thank him when you got a chance and tell him I don't know what I was going to watch, between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. This is way before the internet, guys. Okay, I would have been absolutely screwed. So, again, thank you very much to the Aniston family. And Jen, Jennifer, Rachel, whatever you want to be called these days, keep up the good work. You're cool. With or without the extra flair, you are still Jennifer Aniston.